Howdy. Thank you.
That's all I've got for now. If anyone wants an autograph, just come on up.
Thank you.
Mr. Musa.
You're that young man. I remember now our previous conversation. In fact, I wanted to congratulate.
Congratulate me?
Yes, obviously you took all my words to heart. Not long ago, your general store appeared on the first page of my assistant's Emerging Businesses Hot or Not list. You, as it were. This indicates that, by various measures, your store is performing well, and your market share is steadily rising.
That's right, Mr. Musa. After that, I did everything you suggested, and I started to try to have more foresight. And I guess you could say, it worked.
No, young man. You should. I see the changes in you, and no man is an island. I don't doubt that there are more people in your life other than myself who pushed you to be better either.
Yes, the builder has a...
Indeed. The impact builders can make on this world is huge. I believe that with young...
Thank you, Mr. Musa.
Of course.
That's great! Did you hear that?
I love speaking at events like that.
Wow! Wait a second. I guess I'd like to come...
Process happened naturally, and then replicate it.
smell. Oh.
Howdy.
So glad to see you whenever I open my eyes.
Whoa, wow, this air is dry.
Hey, we're here! Look at you. You look so mature and professional.
Did you grow an inch? Might be the shoes.
We've got so much to tell you about.
We'll have plenty of time to catch up. Let's get our bags to the hotel.
Oh, is that Mayor Trudy? Mayor Trudy, we meet.
Let me just say, it has been not just an honor, but an absolute delight to have your child. You could have just saved our town, and we'd have been eternally grateful. But you just had to go the extra mile and be a wonderful person while doing it.
Sounds par for the course.
Oh, you hear that? Oh, I'm so
Proud of you, too.
Oh, I brought you a Yakmel milk, as discussed. This is the real fresh stuff. The exported kind is good, but...
Well, I learned to drink it cold. When you were a baby, as a matter of fact. You know, Trudy. Heat up your Yakmel milk, chase the kid around, come back to find it cold.
Oh, so true. Jasmine...
I prefer mine hot. Do you have another?
Oh, I don't, but... Well, let's run over to the Blue Moon and get a hot yak.
That sounds lovely. There's so much to see here. When the celebrations are over...
I hate to tear you away from your folks like this, but they actually sent me to come get you. Do you mind running over to Martle Square to check in with General Ling? We'll be right behind.
Oh, we don't want to keep you from something important, dear. Pa, let's get up.
Thanks for meeting us at the station. Looks like they want you to get to that meeting. Don't worry, you can introduce us to everyone later. We really missed you, but I can see already how important coming here was for you. Even the way you stand. You're more confident now. Of course. I wasn't crazy about all that Duvo stuff. But things are safe now. Sorry. I'm starting to sound like that guy you told us about. Cooper? Well, go ahead. I think I love you. See you in the...
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah. We weren't going to miss this.
I am pleased to inform you that you all are guests of honor. I wanted to make sure personally that you were...
That's kind of you. Thank you, sir.
Of course, of course. Please, this...
Did we miss anything?
Shh, it's dark.
Friends, citizens, people of the Free Cities, welcome to the Alliance. It has been an honor already for our humble city to host this event thus far. I've heard about our speakers. Let's have a round...
My talk went overtime.
And now, it is with great pleasure I inform all of you the results of our first day of talks. It is clear to us all that the Duvos Empire is posing an ever greater threat to our great alliance. First, the attack on Sandrock. Then, the rogue. This cannot stand. Various solutions have been proposed, some of which will be drafted and voted upon as policy. We have also agreed that bolstering the northern settlements bordering the Duvos conquered Athean territory and developing a more interconnected alliance economy are keys to our security. Questions remain, however, as to how exactly this will be carried out. We'll need much more. Some delegates even brought up the possibility of unifying the taxes and economy planning of the free cities. But so far, that's not on the agenda, as we all do value our independence. But one thing we were able to unanimously agree upon is that what happened here in Sandrock over the last... And for that reason, the summit delegates have taken it upon themselves to personally thank some of the key players in making our town into what it is today. Ahem. First off, I would like to call forward my friend and longtime colleague, Zeke. Come on up here, Zeke. Mr. Zeke, after learning your story, our delegates, as well as the other researchers of Vega 5, were absolutely... Many of our scientists are known for having their heads in the clouds, looking to replicate old-world technology. But you used your brilliant mind and incredible tenacity right here on the ground, making our free cities a better and more sustainable place for all of us to live. For these reasons and more, on behalf of our council, I hereby award you with the Alliance Council Award for Outstanding Achievement in the field of... Congratulations, Zeke.
Thanks.
Some fights are over in a flash, and some are fought across a lifetime. Not all. There stands among us a man who could tell us all about that. A war fought across a lifetime. Every day a struggle, and this man will go down in the history books as a hero, as an inspiration. Whenever you're... For the man who always believed in Sandrock, the Alliance Council would like to bestow upon Mr. Mort with the Free Cities Lifetime Achievement Award. Mr. Mort, please join your son on the stage and accept your award.
Thank you, sir.
We have one more award to give out. One that we just nearly overlooked. Miss Mian.
Thank you, everyone. I'm honored to be giving out the Commerce Guild's Top Builder Award. It only seemed right that I nominate the person I thought best fit that description. The recipient of this award is not just a great builder, but a great friend to all the people of Sandrock. When I first met you, I said, "Do you remember?" I said, "Let's make a promise, builder to builder. A promise to take Sandrock back to its glory days." Back then, I wasn't sure if I really believed we really could. Shoot for the moon, for if you miss, you may still land among the stars, as they say. But as time went on, and I saw you do these things, these incredible things, I wanted to follow your example and do my best to keep my promise to you. And because of your dedication, your hard work, your incredible ability, your inspiring presence, you kept that promise. Not for me, not for yourself, but for all of us. It is with great pleasure I inform you all that it's not just my opinion, but the opinion of the entire Free Cities Commerce Guild, that our Free Cities' next top builder is none other than you!
Welcome to the club.
It's my honor to share this stage with you.
Congratulations!
Ooh, looks good on you.
Woo!
It was this or your builder in Portia. No hard feelings, eh, old chap?
None at all.
All right, take a bow, you three. One more round of applause for the heroes of Sandrock. I hereby conclude the summit's announcements. Now, let's go party! Over here. Can you sit with our guests for a bit? I've saved. Hello, and thank you all for coming. Let's celebrate to our heart's content for today. Tomorrow morning.
After working together from afar for so long, it's nice to finally meet some of you face to face. I've been rooting for you all since the beginning, and, well, it's wonderful to be able to see for myself. The sun is shining, the weather is warm, and there's flowers and grass are as far as the eye can see. I honestly can't wait to and we truly need you guys. With the development of Portia and Sandrock,
I second that notion. And may I also add that it's wonderful to see our two Highwinders here making such fantastic contributions to the process. But hey, when are you gonna give us our builder back, huh? I kid. But dang, you guys sure... Oh! But also, to show our support, I brought a few gifts. Seeds and such from our botany school to help out with your planting team. And, you know, we're not exactly new...
Naturally.
I see what you did there.
Oh, by the way, Mayor Trudy, I do hope you'll take into consideration my words during the summit. The Duvos affair had quite an impact on our tentative peace treaty with...
Yes, I don't...
Not to mention that horrid news from Portia. What has become of your rogue knight anyhow, Gale? You know, the one that destroyed a quarter of your city.
She goes by Wendy now.
Quaint.
As for the rogue knight, he's disappeared without a
Right. We're working with the Flying Pigs to track him down. After the Portia incident, we also did a full sweep of the military hierarchy, looking for any more Duvos spies.
Are there any indication that Duvos will expand their land grab of ITA? Will the Alliance react? My settlement plans will be in shambles.
That is up to the Council to decide, but the guards stand...
My fellow delegates, today is cause for celebration.
Of course. It's this Yakmel milk. Got my mouth running. I'll have another glass to make...
Mayor Trudy, your town's band has quite a unique sound. It's a little country and a little rock. I can even hear some heavy metal vibes.
That's our Kugo band. Cooper's a rancher and Hugo's a blacksmith here in town. I didn't see our director Chi. Pity he didn't attend, though I'm not surprised. I heard...
It's the Starship Runes, Administrator Curie. Your assumption is not unfounded, but your conclusion is misinformed.
A dancing robot, and it's not harming anyone.
Oh, man.
There you are. Oh, are we keeping you? You should go chat with...
Don't worry, we're not going...
My baby's all grown up.
Look at you. Oh.
Let me just say, my show in Sandrock was absolute perfection. From the stage to my...
What's the password? Oh, it's you. Welcome. When I found out you were alive and no one blamed me for what seemed like your death, I doubled back, double time, while I was out in the desert. I made it my mission to clear my name, to uncover the mysteries surrounding Sandrock, which led me to discover that, in fact, this, of course, was also uncovered by all of you here in town before me. But if you had just failed to figure it out, plus, check it out, I traded my feng shui plate for these 3 magic beans. They're said to possess great power. All I have to do is figure out how. Anyway, join the party. The real party. That's right. This is the VIP. Don't be shy. Go around. It's quite the adventure you've been on. You know, if you're ever looking for a change in career, I've always wanted a sidekick. Quite the adventure you've been on. You know, if you're ever looking for a change... Look at you.
Well, looks like things are about wrapping up around here. Yep, peace and prosperity throughout. Looks like my work here is done. You, on the other hand, you're just getting started. Sure, you took care of the lizard people, the mole men, the rat conspiracy, as well as the shadowy cabal. Not bad for your first adventure. Reminds me of myself at your age. Of course, I might have handled it all with a bit more finesse, but it can't be ignored that, anywho, there's still plenty of rogue factions still on the radar. The Moon Men, for example. They've been quiet this whole... A bit of a backstory on the Moon Men. Just want to be sure you've got the motivation. We can hardly declare war on a group of individuals if we ain't properly identified our The moon, as we all know, is simply a projection, a hologram that comes from a machine built by the werewolf people. Remember this name, although they won't be. Anyway, the Moon Men, they lost their home in the Great Moon Wars thousands of years ago. Since then, they've been biding their time, gaining at any moment. And I'm talking about literally any moment. I'm talking now. Alright, so maybe not right this moment, but like I said, could literally be any moment. These Moon Men will burst out of the crust of our planet and begin laying waste to our prairies, fields, fondling our churches, burning our Yakmo to turn our planet into the moon. Now, this goal, it's understandable to an extent. They're homesick, moonsick, if unfortunately, this puts us at irreparable odds and ends with the Moon Men, being that we humans prefer our planet not being the moon. So now, I reckon I'm not completely against the idea of some sort of compromise. Could we turn part of our planet into the moon? A little, just spitballing here. We don't have to go with this. We just came up with it. Moon Island? I mean, we'd have to run it by the Moon Men, check it for copyright, but I don't know, workshop it. That's your thing, right? Look, just let it be known that we didn't, but you know, failing that, like I said, all-out war. And you're gonna have to lead the charge. Finally got this greener Sandrock to raise my kin in. Working on a new nocturne today. Moon Men weaknesses include fireballs, kung fu kicks, and I believe they're lactose and I can try to help you out there, but no promises. Can't just be giving milk away, even if it is to combat intergalactic lava fiends. Hey, well, shoot. I kind of realized maybe I'm taking up a bit of your time. Yeah, you got a party to get back to, ain't you? You know, most instances where some kind of event like this will take place, I'd probably make the comment that everyone involved is highly, but seeing as I happen to know you personally and what, yeah, I reckon you should run for office. Any office. I'd vote for you. Vampires are real, though. Buying up real estate, using the gift of eternal life to make explosive property value gains. It's enough to make you sick. Oops. I almost got myself riled up again. Oh, and remember, if they let you pilot that thing, anytime you turn left up, or is it the right? Regardless, perhaps the rules of the skies have changed since. Tell you what, you punch a hard left and the other feller up there doesn't get out of your way, I owe you yakma milk. I'll even offer up to help pry you from the burning. Oh, and one more thing, make sure you stock up on parachutes up there. Folk will tell you those things are safer than automobiles. Well, I beg to differ. Crash far, they're deceptive. You think you got the whole sky up there, then bam! Giant duck cuts you off while you're adding marsh. Yeah, never get into a wreck with a giant duck, tell you what. No insurance. You gotta chase them down, get them to land, then quack it out. Oh, and when they offer you one duck egg, tell them, what's that look for? Come on, there's plenty more duck eggs where that one came from. They're practically made of the stuff. I gotta look out for me and mine. Anyway, I told you about that time I flipped the bus, huh? I did? Well, shucks. I might be running out of stuff. I told you about the Moon Men, right? Yeah, well, guess I'm at a loss for words. Catch you. That's slang for see you later. Of course you know that. What am I saying? You're a true blue. Yep, be seeing you then. Which is to say, good so long. And, you know, do me a favor, will you? Really. Really. Really, really. Really. Take care of yourself. Some of my wares, the effects.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please keep your hands and feet inside the imaginary, I mean real vehicle.
To your left, you'll see the fabulous Porsche Tunnel, a joint effort, several leagues through solid rock that connect us to our water-shipping neighbors.
To your right, the fabulous Katori World! Happiest place in the Free Cities! But don't take my word for it. Take the whole family for a ride on the world-famous Coaster World!
Oh, apologies for the turbulence, but what you're feeling now is only a fraction of the wind that we used to get before. With that, allow me to direct your attention.
Outback Forest! And everything else! Over there's all the trees that we planted. With people like my mom, and the builder, and Mr. Zeke, and Mion, and Nia!
We've got one more trick up our sleeve. This airship is equipped with environment-maintaining technology. Incredible. Coming up now on the last stop of the tour. What you see before you is Martel's Oasis, restored to its former glory through the monumentous efforts of our wonderful townsfolk. This concludes the tour. Now, everyone, please just enjoy the ride. Well, how do you feel? Oh, yes. Oh, we've accomplished, but while this may be the end of our journey, it's been a long road. Sometimes, when I look at old photographs, I hardly recognize myself. To think that flawed person changed to be the one standing here with you now. Sometimes things looked bleak, really bleak. But we had each other, and new friends we made along the way. We pushed through. We never gave up, no matter how bad it looked. And through it all, we were able to create a better world for our children. So, what's next for us? I really can't say. But what I do know is that we have earned our destiny. Every day here, every day, belongs to us. Life goes on here, Because of what we did. Because of all of us. I know we made a difference. I still feel the weight that comes from everything down there. But it's different now. I feel a kind of safety under that weight. so glad to see you whenever I open my eyes.
Howdy.